Hello, 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 my friends, and welcome to the Ponto Express number 5 in a very, very, very special Ponto Express. Remember, Ponto Express is the show that I bring usually the content that I have in Ponto Miami and Ponto Orlando, which is in Portuguese. I bring it in English for you guys in a express edit. But what happened is that in this case it's very special because we're not in Miami, we're not in Orlando, we're not even close to Disney. We're kind of close to Paris, but it's not that close. I'm talking with you here. Let me show you this place here. At the feet of the monument to the Marquês de Pombal, the Marquis of Pombal, which was the ruler of Portugal in the late 1700s. Actually, he was the guy responsible for rebuilding Lisbon after a massive earthquake that they had in the 18th century. Yes, I'm talking with you all the way here from Lisbon. Beautiful Lisbon. For me, it's almost like a hometown. My parents, they live here part of the year. It is home for me too. So the idea is that we're gonna walk around. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and I have to tell you, we're lucky today because we're having rain and wind here, and it was almost impossible for me to do videos. And then this Sunday morning, I looked through the window, I saw the sun. I said, that's the right time to do the Ponto Express. So let's do it. We're gonna walk around due to the fact that it's Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. Now it's 9:20 here. For them, it's really, really early. I think you're gonna appreciate it. You're gonna enjoy it to walk in Lisbon. Let's say bye-bye to the Marquês de Pombal and the beautiful area surrounding it. This is I would say the most recent. And then you have an avenue called Avenida da Liberdade, which is Liberty Avenue, that connects the most recent, most modern area to the historical tourist and more, tourist part of Lisbon. So we're gonna go down Liberty Avenue here. There's several stores, several monuments, and look here. This is a tuk-tuk. First, I like to remember, don't forget to give the thumbs up to the video. Don't forget to follow my channel in YouTube. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and with your family, with those that are planning to be here in Lisbon soon. The nice thing about walking here during a Sunday morning, not only the sun, but it's not that busy, so will be great to show some things. Liberty Avenue is the place where you find luxury brand stores and some nice hotels, and it's an area that I always recommend people to stay in. You will see, I will show that Lisbon has many different hills, and you have to walk up and down a lot. The good thing about Liberty area is it is a slope, and if you stay up here and you go into to the historic area, it's a down slope. It's not very steep, and it's nice. It's a nice walk. You can see there, you have the hills here, some of the upper areas, and even in the other side there. Now it's green. The other thing you have to respect, when it's green, yes. It is red, they're gonna go run over you. Look how beautiful the sidewalks. Here in Avenida da Liberdade, there you have, I mentioned the stores. So in this very old building here, you have, it's not that old compared to the other ones that we're gonna see, but you have Cartier, Bulgari, Versace. And the other side you also have other options. It is probably the safest travel option of the big cities in Europe. You can walk around everywhere, mostly everywhere in Lisbon without to worry. Little things like you pay attention to the wallet, things like that that are usual in any travel destination, but it is a very, very safe town. Another thing, in terms of the quality of the service that you receive, I think Lisbon, it is the best city in Europe for the way you're gonna be treated here. Most everybody speaks English. They have a culture of good serving, welcoming you here that is amazing. And the main thing, this is the best place in Europe in terms of food. Seafood, steaks, pastries. It is amazing. I'm saying all of that, saving one of the last and most important things is to say that it is not as expensive as other places in Europe. Here is our beautiful Avenida da Liberdade, Liberty Avenue. We're going down. We're walking right in the middle of Avenida of Liberdade. What they call Lisbon the city of hills. So you have the downside, down Lisbon, up Lisbon, down Chiado, up Chiado. You have always like the stores like Emporio Armani, Prada. Usually this is the place that I really recommend for you to stay in. They have a subway here too, including the subway line is here along the Liberty Avenue area. It is not a broad subway system. It is kind of short, but it can help you if you want to go down to the Tejo area, to the historic area in a fast way. No problem, you can do that. Visit churches and cathedrals as much as possible. And what I will do right now, I will show you some clips, really fast clips, of the amount of gold you can see inside the cathedrals. There's the cathedral I'm gonna show you is from the upper side, from the Chiado. Take a look. Now we're back. We're back here to the Avenida da Liberdade, Liberty Avenue. Let me show you, this place is beautiful because they did a really nice work with some buildings here and retrofitting in a way that not only like this, for instance, Louis Vuitton, the store Louis Vuitton in this nice building here. But also, this was an old theater. It's an old theater that they did. They're not only using as also a theater for shows and for concerts, but they're using as a store. There's a nice store for furniture and decoration at home here inside it. Also fashion, but also a restaurant here. The name of this place is JNCQUOI. Really nice place. We're gonna be talking about restaurants here. And the good thing about restaurants is that It's not only the traditional and most classic Portuguese food that I'm talking about, but they're so good with food. And as Portugal went all over the world, colonizing Asia, Africa, the Americas, what is important is that they brought influences from all over the world. So you have many fusion and international restaurants that are pretty interesting for you to get to know. Take a look to this beautiful shop area is with Gucci, and again, Avenida da Liberdade is so charming, so charming for you to walk around. And I'm taking the time to enjoy with you. I don't care if it's not going to be really a express Ponto a Ponto. It's going to be probably a Ponto Express, very long. I don't care. You're with me in Lisbon. Come on. Take a look. Monuments, restaurants. I used to stay here. Actually, there's a nice Sofitel hotel here. This is the one that I used to stay pretty often. I love this area here. So I was talking about different influences in terms of restaurants and things like that. So let me show you. The building from outside is not that beautiful, but remember that I mentioned JNCQUOI, that is not far from here. Is actually in the same block. It's called JNCQUOI Avenida, but they have the second, another JNCQUOI, but this one is called JNCQUOI Asia, and it's right here in this building. It's right here in this building, up those stairs there. And yesterday I had lunch here. I had a Saturday brunch here, dim sum brunch, amazing. And let me show you a video just for you to get to know how beautiful this restaurant is inside. Take a look. So I'm walking here in Avenida da Liberdade, Liberty Avenue, but pay attention to the side roads, pay attention to the little alleys. There is always something that you can explore, that you can enjoy, and actually take a look. I took it. So the Avenida Liberdade is right here. I'm taking this side road here. It looks like that we have a little square here. Let's explore it. Let's see. Let's take a look. You never know. You never know. As I mentioned to you, this is a very, very safe city. Don't worry. Even late at night, if you go to the Chiado region, where they have the fado houses, where you can go to the fado shows, which is the typical Portuguese music. It is Always amazing. Look how beautiful it is here. How quaint and beautiful you have. Oh, and the weather is gorgeous for the days that I was having up here so far. It is beautiful. Hotel Alegria, which means happiness hotel. Beautiful. And here you have this little square, little garden with the fountain, with the coffee place for you to enjoy a nice coffee during your Sunday morning, during your mornings. The Portuguese people enjoy also a lot of that. And look, we also already have some autumn, some fall colors here. So it's the little fountain and the amazing tree there. You can't I don't know if the GoPro will be able to capture the colors, but we're talking about pink. It's beautiful. There's a nice buddy here. Hello, buddy. A little dog here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go back to the end. Actually, we're getting to the end of Avenida Liberdade. I will show some other clips from the Avenida Liberdade area, and then we'll migrate. We'll go to the second part of our walk here.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
We're here by the end of Avenida da Liberdade, Liberty Avenue, and we're in a place called Praça dos Restauradores, which means Restaurators Square, which is, well, remember that I mentioned to you in the beginning of the video that there was a massive earthquake in Lisbon in the 18th century, so they needed to rebuild the whole city, to restore a lot of stuff, and that's the whole reason of this square here, is to make homage to the restaurators, and it's really by the Liberty Avenue, and you have old buildings around here, along with some other modern ones like the Eden Theater. This is the place where you start to get close to the what they call the lower Lisbon, close to the Tejo River basin area. So it's basically Avenida Liberdade, the Liberty Avenue, is a valley, okay? So you have hills surrounding you, and one of the hills is what we call Chiado, which is a bohemian, beautiful old part of the town. It's beautiful. You have to spend a lot of time there. But here is where you start to get close to the Tejo River, to the main river in Portugal. And it's beautiful too. Look here, the monument is paying homage to the Restauradores, which is the restaurators. It's from December on 1640. And what a beautiful day today! I'm so happy. I did the recording for the Portuguese version of Ponto Ponto. I did the recording 2 days ago in the middle of the rain. And having the opportunity to show you guys like this, let me cross this street, like this is beautiful. So we're here close to take a look to some stores. They choose to be in these old buildings, which makes a lot of, and it's beautiful. And you have the Portuguese styles in this area here, in this building. Beautiful. And don't forget, always take a look through the alleys, little streets. You're always going to find something interesting. Like little places like, little squares or little streets like this. I don't know if it's me, but I think it's so charming. What do you think about this? We're getting close to the most popular touristic areas. Lisbon is for tourists everywhere. There's no place that I can say it's not okay for you. But here is a heavy concentrate because here is also close to the places where the cruise lines dock, and sometimes you have a good concentration of cruise line passengers here. But let me show you this. This is the central train station. You have a bigger train station in the upper town, but this one here is the ones that you catch the trains for places like Cascais, which is by the, let me cross here, Cascais, which is by the sea. And you also have the train to Sintra. Sintra is where you have one of the beautiful castle called Palácio da Penha. Okay? We're getting close now to another square. It's called Praça do Rossio, Largo do Rossio. And I don't know if you guys can see that right here. You have this St. George Castle there. It's beautiful. You will see a lot of cranes, a lot of construction. That's Lisbon. They're receiving a lot of investment, and they're doing that. And look here. I wanted to show you this. This is one of the bakeries with all the Portuguese goodies here. And here is the pastel de nata, which is a custard with eggs, cherry, something close to a beignet here. But you know one thing? I did not have breakfast. I think, and you have the codfish here. I think I'm going to take a look inside and enjoy a little bit. What do you think? live in the bakery now, and want to know the most amazing thing about that was delicious. The coffee with the custard and with that cherry pie, it cost me $4. As I tell you, Lisbon is, there's another upside of Lisbon, that is the prices of things here. Okay, so again, we're walking close to the Rossio Square, but there's something here that will lead me to another video. There's something here that, well, first of all, there's a store. This is a wonder. You know that Portugal is famous by their sardines, okay? They love sardines. They have a lot of sardines and canned sardines, you know? And they have a store here, which is called the fantastic world of the Portuguese sardine. Let me show you. And they have the sardines that you can buy the sardines according, well, the cans by the year that you were born. So let me find one here. This is mine. And you also have, you know, many different other products here. It's not something that I like, but I think it's so interesting, so beautiful. A store like this, it specializes in sardines. You have even little. This is a codfish pate. But take a look here. This is a way up to the Chiado, neighborhood. Bohemian, beautiful neighborhood. So what I would do now is I will show you a clip that I recorded before with some scenes from uptown, from the Chiado region. I will see, because there's a viewing point for the valley there, and I also have some street food and some. Let's visit Chiado. Those little cars are what they call the spinach tour. The spinach tour. Okay, so after visiting Chiado, now we're here at the Rossio, Praça do Rossio. They have a monument here that for us Brazilians is important. It brings the connection between Portugal and Brazil in a way that, let me explain. This guy upstairs, that guy in the monument there, that is Dom Pedro. Dom Pedro was a prince. He was the son of Dom João VI, John VI, a Portuguese monarch. They went to Brazil to flee from the Napoleon Wars. The king, the queen, and the kids. Dom João, the father king, came back to Lisbon. And after that, Dom Pedro felt the urge and the pressure to declare the independence of Brazil. And he did that in 1822. And he became a monarch in Brazil. He became our first emperor. We only had two. Well, but that is Dom Pedro I, the first. He was the first in Brazil, but then he came back to Portugal. He left his son there in Brazil. He came back to Portugal. And here in Portugal, he was Dom Pedro IV, because there was other Pedros here. In just a brief of Portuguese and Brazilian history. Okay, so let's walk here we're going towards the Tejo, the Tejo River area. But to go there, we need to go through two important places. One walking street that there's no car there, and one square. So let's get there. Look at that monastery in Chiado region. Next to that area, there is a beautiful restaurant, which was one of the first beer breweries here in Lisbon from 1836. It's called Trindade. Let me show you some scenes that I did, some clips that I did for Trindade yesterday actually. Let's watch it. We're starting to walk down Rua Augusta, the Augusta Street, which is only for pedestrians, no cars, pretty touristy, but it's beautiful. As I mentioned before, you will see many different constructions around here. There's a lot of investment in Portugal, a lot of international investment, but you have here in Augusta Street, you have shops and you have a lot of restaurants, from fish bars to, this codfish cakes. Thank you. Yeah, and codfish, and talking about codfish, it's here. It's everywhere. Dry codfish. Or also what you have everywhere is the crusters and the pastries. Take a look here. This is Fábrica de Nata, which means these are the custards, okay? Take a look. With the tiles, and here they're preparing it. Let's go there. Let's walk down Augusta. And here you have the roasted Portuguese. How you call that in English? It's a Portuguese. We call Portuguese almonds. Oh, and here, let me show you here. This is an elevator, an old elevator that you have. You can take it to the uptown area, to the Rossio. I'll get a shot with the iPhone and show you a little bit better. As I told you, always look through the side streets, the alleys. There's always a beautiful place to pay attention to. The good thing of walking on Augusta Street during a Sunday morning is that it's not so crowded. This is usually a place that is packed. But look, they're preparing they have these crabs are really called the sapateiras. And they have also these clams here that are really tasty, they're really good. But as I said to you, they're great restaurants in the upper area, or even in Liberdade you'll find better options than here. I think here they're pretty touristy. Another beautiful custard place. Look at the details that they did in iron and wood. It's beautiful. The only thing I notice is that they don't like when you go videoing so much. I think in US we're already used with that. Here, not that much. I'm always looking to the sideways here. And I'm so happy. I have to tell you again, I'm so happy with this weather. To show everything to you now. At least with blue skies and sun, it's great. If you ask me, Carlos, are there hotels in this area? Yes, and they're very good options too. They're very good options. What I like about the Liberty Avenue area is because you closer to other things also there too. You from here have to go a lot of up slopes, so that is a better area. I'll talk about the codfish and the dried codfish. They do have a cake, which is almost like a croquette with codfish and with the special cheese that they have from the mountains here in Portugal called queijo da Serra da Estrela. It's a Serra da Estrela cheese. And there's a beautiful place here for Portugal, the Portugal's house of the codfish cake. Pastel de bacalhau. It is beautiful and it's so tasty. The only thing is that I have that flickering from the GoPro, but it's beautiful. They're preparing here. How are you? Paula, And here I have the cheese from the Serra da Estrela. And they're playing fado here. Tudo bem, amigo? And here I have all the codfish cakes. Obrigado, amigo. Bom dia, hein? Beautiful. I love this place. I love this place. And here, I know that this place don't like videoing from inside. I will try again. I tried when I did my Portuguese show, but they didn't allow. But this is a tea and coffee place. You buy tea and coffee here. It's a very old. You can see it's a very old entrance, and it's from. And take a look inside. Look. Posso filmar? Oh, she allowed. Thank you. Look what a beautiful she allowed now. Good. They have perfumes, they have incense, and they have teas and coffee. And look the old grinding machinery here. It's beautiful. Look the ceiling. The ceiling, all the details in the back. Look, beautiful place.
If you need help, anything,
Muito obrigado. Bom dia, hein? She allowed it. Actually, the other time that I came here was not her. It was an older lady. She said, no videoing. I said, okay. Good. You're lucky. So we're walking by the end, and we're getting closer to the end of the Augusta Street. Rua Augusta. Augusta Street. And by the end of it, you find a beautiful arch. This arch that is it is both the entrance is the end of Augusta Street and the entrance to a famous big square, which is called the Commercial Square. And let me show you that. Here is the arch, the Rua Augusta arch. We're leaving the Rua Augusta behind, right here. And we're gonna go, when we cross the arch, we're gonna get to the Praça do Comércio, which is the commercial square. It's where you had, in the past, you had all the main ships coming in and bringing goods from all over the world. Here you have some of the arches of the Augusta Square, and actually of the commercial square. Actually, they're having, oh beautiful, they're having a Sunday fair here. Let's see what they could have. I love that. I wasn't aware of that. You guys are bringing me luck. Some crafts, arts. Even Christmas decoration here already. Beautiful. Oh, right here, I love it. Let me see. You have the Portuguese craft, what they do in porcelain, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look. So here we are at the entrance. Before I'm turning there, let me see here how beautiful the side streets are. But here we are at the commercial square. But it's beautiful. So here you have the Rua Augusta arch, and this is the commercial square, the buildings surrounding it. We're going that way. We're really close now to the Tejo River. What a beautiful day to do that. Lisbon is windy. Lisbon is really, really windy. And here you have the Tejo, do Rio Tejo. In Portuguese, Rio Tejo, which is the Tejo River. Walking down the steps here. And here, going to the west there, you have the bridges, the bridge that I cannot remember the name right now. That bridge crosses to the southeastern and so western part of Portugal, to the Alentejo, what is it called? So, my dear friends, with the commercial square, a Praça do Comércio, and actually the Alfama, the Alfama neighborhood in the back here, I would like to finish this Ponto Express. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give your thumbs up. Don't forget to follow the channel. Don't forget to share the video with people that could enjoy this walk around Lisbon. I really appreciate doing this. I was waiting to do a video like that outside our Disney space, outside our Florida space, and I'm so happy to be able to walk around this area and this town with you. It's a town that I really, really love. What about in the future if we think about having a group of people coming here to enjoy Lisboa, Lisbon. Lisboa is how we call in Portuguese. So what do you think? My friends, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you and bye-bye.